lay out the groundwork for a meeting before it ever gets to the level of president. He's taken it in a different direction. He said, we're going to handle this from the top.
Let me go back to Senator Lindsey Graham back in Washington. It's so deep and it's so profound, Senator, the potential that what can happen here.
Right.
Look, I'm not Pollyannish. We know that we've got to have, this has got to be a verified deal. There's got to be open access and inspections on demand, or else it's not going to work for anybody.
Right.
But it's important.
Well, the question is, why are we having this meeting? I mean, why is Trump meeting with North Korea when North Korea wouldn't meet with anybody else? I think President Trump rattled North Korea. I think they believe that President Trump would use military force to stop their nuclear missile program if he had to. He took them seriously, and Trump's giving them a way out. Chairman Kim, if you're smart, you'll take the way out given to you by President Trump. If you're actually trying to play the guy, you're going to regret this effort.
You know, it's so funny. I mentioned having known the president for over 2 decades, I have some insight into his thinking. In my personal opinion, this is just purely speculation, that we were likely just 1, 2, 3 rockets away from the United States taking that out of the air and a major escalation.
Okay, I talked to President Trump about a couple hours ago, right before he went to meet with the North Korean leader. I talked to him all last year. The fire and fury rhetoric was sincere. The North Koreans believed that if they fired another missile, they were going to get attacked. They were going to get attacked. And here's what I would say. The president's giving them a chance to maintain their security, increase their prosperity, and in return, he wants them to give up their nukes. This is the last best chance for peace. If this doesn't work, we're not going back to the status quo. So everybody in America and the world should pray for a good outcome here. But the reason that Kim is at the table, he believes that Trump is hell-bent on stopping him one way or the other, and the best way is a win-win.
You know, so there's always the expectations, and Dan Bongino, I thought, brought up a good point. When Reagan walked away from the table at Reykjavik, yet the media went insane. When Reagan talked about the evil empire, they went insane. When Bush talked about the axis of evil, they went insane. When he challenged Gorbachev to tear down the wall, there seems to be a pattern. You know, we've been around too long. But there seems to be this pattern, and that is that the Democrats feel, and it's just, I find it Neville Chamberlain-ish and Pollyannish and naive and frankly dangerous, that somehow if they bribe dictators and the world's despots, Bill Clinton tried it with Kim Jong-un's father, Kim Jong-il, and we know that Obama tried it with the mullahs in Iran. Oh, if we give you $150 billion in cash and other currencies, maybe you'll like us? No, they're still chanting death to America and threatening to annihilate Israel and wipe it off the map. But strength seems to get their attention. And I believe that you're right. The president absolutely was believable in the hearts and minds of the North Koreans and Kim Jong-un.
All I can tell you is if Susan Rice gives you some advice, Mr. President, don't take it. The Iran deal has not worked out well for everybody in the
Everybody here is laughing. That's really good.
Well, so the bottom line is if a guy's threatened to cut your throat, don't buy him a knife. John Kerry walked through glass to get a crappy deal with Iran. Trump is smart enough to get out of that deal. And he says, I'm not in a hurry. I want a good deal. I want a real deal. A real deal with North Korea is they give up their nukes. We end the Korean War, and we have peace and prosperity for everybody on the peninsula. A bad deal is to continue for North Korea to build up their nuclear forces, and Trump's not going to let that. He's called the question.
Hey, you want to make the media's head spin? You really want the hate Trump mob to go insane right now?
It's not that hard.
Now, Obama got a Nobel Peace Prize for nothing, just for showing up.
For not being Bush.
Okay, yeah, exactly. So imagine, let's hope for the best. I thought liberals imagine a world without nukes. All right, how about a world with fewer nukes to start? Imagine they get this deal done and it's verifiable, on-demand inspections, and imagine it's done. Are they going to have to now melt down? People may actually have real heart attacks if somebody says, if it happens, maybe Trump gets the Nobel Peace Prize.
A world in which
would be a good thing for the
Trump,
world and our kids.
A world in which Donald Trump gets the Nobel Peace Prize is probably more dangerous in the eyes of the liberals than North Korea and having nukes. But the point is that he's on the verge of a breakthrough, I hope, but he is not going to let this go forward the way it's been in the past. Either we're going to have peace or we're eventually going to have a military conflict. I think North Korea realizes that's the two choices they have.
All right, Senator, thank you. I know, and you're right about what happened today. What a dramatic
pathetic.
comparison. How shallow, pathetic, and frankly sad. Thank you so much for being with us.